So to me, a McKibbon moment comes from the heart. It's something that is not scripted. You can't read it from a manual. It's genuine. The McKibbon moment that I want to share with you today is about a small hotel in a small town, and I think it can teach the world something. So several months ago, a frequent guest, Mr. McKinley, was on his way back to Asheville and decided to stay at this hotel that he normally stays at. And before he got there, the front desk associate texted him and informed him that the hotel was under renovation and that his specific room was not going to be available. You see, Mr. McKinley is a T4 paraplegic, and which means he has no feeling from the waist down. So this guest normally stays in an ADA accessible room on the first floor. So when the guest arrived to the hotel, he was greeted by one of his favorite front desk associates. Mr. McKinley checks into the hotel, and he's aware that the ADA room is not available, but he's like, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. So he proceeds to go to the room, and when he gets in the room, he realizes that it's just not going to work. So he goes back down to the front desk and he speaks to Carmen. And again, the reason why this guest stays at this hotel is because of front desk associates like Carmen who greet Mr. McKinley and his dog Murphy every time that they check into the hotel like they're old friends. So he goes down to Carmen and he's like, Carmen, we got a situation. We're just gonna have to figure something out. This room's not gonna work out. So she says, don't worry, Mr. McKinley, we'll take care of it and we'll meet you back up in the room. So Carmen, or Roxanne, calls Dennis, the assistant general manager, and Jeff Bishop, the chief engineer, to go to the room where Mr. McKinley is in. And they're all in the room, and the team obviously is listening to Mr. McKinley, and they're trying to figure out some ideas. And the team says, don't worry about it, we got this. So they immediately jumped into action, and they removed the bathroom door, so that Mr. McKinley could get his wheelchair in. They installed a wand onto the shower head so that Mr. McKinley would have the wand while he's in the shower. And they put in a more sturdy tub bench into the tub. And they cut bolts off of the toilet to modify the height of the toilet for Mr. McKinley. And all this was done in about an hour, and what was amazing is that the team never shed an eye at what had to be done. They just jumped into action, knew that they had to make it right for this guest, and they quickly took care of that. So you see, a McKibbon moment is not scripted. It's not something you read from the manual. It's genuine and it's from the heart. Please join me in congratulating the general manager of the Courtyard Asheville, Christina Hernandez, and her team for embracing the McKibbon spirit.